Alright, last game here, and it looks very, very easy to play. Um, you get your Spice Merchant, you get your Silver, try to thin down, buy Cultists, play Cultists. If you win the Cultist split, very good. Then buy some Ironmongers when you aren't able to buy Cultists. And then you have a lot of options from there, right? This Fortress, maybe just as a reliable source of plus actions. You could go after the Torturer guys if you like, and try to junk your opponent with curses. There's distant lands for you if you want to set those aside after some time. But really, the bulk of the game is going to come down to the ruins split. So we both go for Spice Merchant and Silver, fairly standard Dark Ages game of Dominion here, really. Nothing else really matters too much on the board aside from the Spice Merchant. So an Ironmonger for my opponent. Like I said, when you're unable to hit Cultist, buy an Ironmonger. So here I consider drawing with the Spice Merchant, but that's too risky. I'll just take my money now and the Cultist and go. Um, yeah, because there was a chance that I drew 4-4 this turn if I trashed and drew into Copper Junkard. But oh well. Maybe on 4-2 if you have the Hovel in hand, you could consider buying an island just to trash the Hovel, but I still think the Ironmonger is better. So another silver for me here on 3, not at all terrible, especially in a deck that will soon be flooded with ruins. This is a nice turn for my opponent, right? So these are the kind of turns that really kind of suggest where you're going to go for the rest of the game. So he's able to play all of his action cards, Ironmonger, Merchant, Cultist, and Slipper Ruins into me there. I'm going to get my Ironmonger here. First one of the game. Second silver for my opponent. And my Cultist finally comes out here. I think about distant lands just to trash this hovel, but it is surely not worth it. I mean, capital is also an idea. Capital might be actually worth buying after the ruins are done. Just because there's so much junk in it, like you would appreciate seeing a big chunk of money one turn. So, cultists are bought, ruins are shared out to players, so on and so forth. At some point you could stick your training on cultist is very nice. Very, very nice. So you could go for the engine type game here after the ruins are done with the ironmongers and the cultists. Stick your training token on the cultists and then go for distant lands, etc. etc. You could use messenger as a +5 for example. Or you could go more money. I think that also involves sticking your training token down on the cultists, but this time just picking up gold, or the capital actually. Capital is going to be nice. Golds and E capital somewhere. So far I'm a little bit behind on the ruin split, and now I'm a lot behind on the ruin split. It's just one left, and things are looking not so great for me right now. 7 for my opponent, and what does he go for here? Yeah, he puts his training down on the cultists, which is fine. I'd have picked up another cultist there. I mean, um, given the state of our decks, he's hitting 6 again for sure. Just take the cultists and establish your draw for now is what I would do. But the training is fine. There's nothing wrong with the training either. So I am going to convert that hovel there into an estate. I don't really see anything else meaningful to do. And I get the last ruin, so I think I lose this split for sure. I'm not sure if it's 6-4 or 7-3. Either way, it's pretty bad. And lots of one-way traffic at this point. Torturer for my opponent, so I have to deal with those guys now. So I have a couple buys here. I think about island. Maybe I could try to rush my opponent on the islands, maybe? Or the estate, since I have the ruin market now. But I don't think I can make that play yet. I mean, there's also Messenger, which I saw afterwards. There's also Messenger, which you could use to empty piles with. But look, you could probably see count all the runes in my deck here. Was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not all. There's more to come. Anyways, but this is a good draw. I drew into a bunch of money, and enough for a cultist actually. Look, there's 2 more, so there's at least 6. So I figured if I wanted to have some chance, some cheeky chance in this game, I'd have to empty the cultists first, and then try to pile islands or something. I don't know. The island would also help me trash from my deck, but the distant lands kinda obstructs that plan in a big way because he has the points lead now by 3, I believe. So here, look, another $4 hand with 2 buys. So maybe these could have been estates. Oh no, 5 even. But whatever. Like, I think anything I'm doing here is losing. My opponent is not so unobservant that he'll just let me run the estates or the islands on and take a victory here. So yeah, that this is a beautiful hand. Like 4 ruins and a spice merchant. That should be the name of this video. 4 ruins and a spice merchant. There you go. That's what I'm naming this video. So yeah, now I have to start ducking this torture. And actually, is it here that my opponent is able to draw his deck? I could have resigned just to save us some time, but how else would you get to see this if I resigned? You wouldn't be able to. You would not be able to. So now, yeah, he's drawn his entire deck, and I was about to resign. Then I see he went for some kind of messenger play here. Yeah, messenger on the Ironmongers, and he picked up the last cultist. So I was thinking, ooh, if he has a bad turn, maybe I could sneak out with a win here, because the Ironmongers are low. If I get enough money, I could use messenger to get rid of the Ironmongers, and I don't know what I was thinking. Probably nothing sensible. But no stall, he is just going to be able to finish the game here on Messenger buy for the last 2 Ironmongers and the Cultist, and he has enough points from his single distant lands to close out the game. So that is how the entire match finishes here. There were quite a few nice games. I most enjoyed the charm game because I achieved that triple charm turn. But yeah, that is the match for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.